The person that's sitting here now obviously isn't the person that came into recovery 28 years ago. And that, in the end, for me, I'm laying on a mattress in the back of an abandoned building, homeless, with no hope, my future behind me, unemployable, and very sick. And, someone came in and found me there. Took me upstate. I detoxed there for 4 days. I made a phone call to a friend that was in recovery and told him what had happened to me, and next thing I knew, I was getting some help. I started the business that I'm in now. I do security work and investigative work, and it's work that's very confidential, and it's work that's extremely important to someone's life. And they'll come to a firm like ours for help. And when I started that, I had to start to embrace the idea of anonymity at that point, because I thought, I can't tell a guy, 4 years ago, I'm laying on a mattress in the back of an abandoned building, and now you want me to step in and help you fix your business, your life. So I really couldn't say anything. I believe that we were all created with a purpose in our lives. And that purpose for me was to help the alcoholic that still suffers the way that I did. And I wasn't doing that. I couldn't put myself out there. And then when I realized that these colleagues and the clients that I was dealing with, when I started to share openly with them about what happened to me, they all, just fell into, hey, would you mind talking to my brother? My brother's got a problem with alcohol. And it just went from there, and I decided that this is really my purpose. This is really what I'm put here for. You get various reactions, but I've never gotten a negative reaction. When I really tell them what happened to me, they can't believe that I'm the same guy that I'm talking about 28 years ago. And I'm telling you, invariably, there's almost always someone that comes up to me later on and wants to talk to me confidentially, either about themselves or somebody in their family that might need some help. When I was working in the restaurant, the owner of the restaurant came to me and he said, look, can I have a word with you? And he said, confidentially. And he said to me, look, I think my dad's got a problem with alcohol. He said, what could you tell me about alcoholism? And I said, well, it's a threefold disease. It's mental, it's physical, and it's spiritual. And he said to me, well, I understand what you mean by physical and mental. He said, but what do you mean by spiritual? I said, this job is very important to me. I love my work here, and I appreciate what you've done for me and how you've given me this opportunity to work here. I said, spirituality to me is the quality of my relationship with whatever or whomever is important to me. So this job's important to me, but I guarantee you, if I started drinking tonight, I'm going to pick up the phone tomorrow, I'm going to call you, and I'm going to lie to you. And I'm going to tell you something where I'm not coming in, and I'm going to stay out for a few days. I might never come back. So that's what spirituality means to me. It's the quality of my relationship with whatever or whomever is important to me. Recovery is the greatest thing in the 20th century. It's changed so many lives. It's changed the lives of people who don't drink. Tell somebody something about yourself, and you'll be surprised how they'll tell you something about themselves. I would always encourage someone not to be frightened to go out and talk about what happened to them, what happened while they were drinking, and now how they stopped, and now what recovery is like for them. Because, I didn't know anything about recovery. I didn't know there was a place to come. I didn't know there was some hope. So if we don't put it out there, if we don't talk about how we recovered, then how's anybody going to really know?